Hello YouTubes. So, this is me saying hello to you from my new iPad, which I guess you can see if I show your reflection in the mirror. But regardless, this is me just taking a moment to be able to test, to try out my new technology. Look at this thing, whoa, whoa. And also to be able to just show and hang out with my dog Shelby. So this here's Shelby. Shelby, say hello to the internet once again. Oh, Shelby. Whose ball is that, Shelby? Let me see if I can do this. Whose ball is that? Who's that? Is that your ball? So, as I'm just trying to... There we go. See, the camera's on that side. Alright, I got this thing figured out. But regardless, this device, this upgrade of my technology, is something that will allow me to film things and upload things from the same thing, which for me gets very interesting because this opens up opportunities to be able to expand my skills as a journalist, to be able to like report, do more raw videos. Even that's the thing, again, I'm testing this, I'll upload this, you'll see this, and then in the future, who knows, I could bring you like on the fly raw video of like free hugs and stuff like that, that theoretically, you know, will be something along the lines of like me and Alon doing stuff together, which I think will be pretty awesome. And yeah, so that said, just not even making this a long video, but also just kind of referring to the awesomeness of pets. And I got another one over there, Dallin, he's like hiding under a tree. But Shelby here, just showing some appreciation and giving some like internet love for him. Like, he's about 13 or 14 years old, he looks like a wolf, and it's an interesting idea because like, in a way, he like knows me better than a lot of other people, so to speak, just in the sense that he's consistently like seen me. He's known like Brendan when Brendan was like 16 years old, and then like up until this point now. So it's pretty cool to be able to have him to hang out with on a regular basis. Oftentimes, just to give you an idea of like, you know, what a day in the life of Skull Babylon is like. Oh jeez, Talon's like throwing up right now or something. Ah. Okay, I'll keep an eye on that. Anyways, don't need to put that on the internet. But with that said, Dallin, you okay? Yeah, he's got that look on his face. But anyways, with that said, just like kind of an average day in the life of Skull Babylon, so to speak, is just like editing, a lot of editing, computer work, and then also just like doing physical activity, try to stay fit, try to work out during the day, or doing soccer during the week. I play in a soccer league. I'll play hockey again come winter, and also just like hanging out with my friends at least on Fridays, which is our regular Paradigm Shift London meetings, and then Saturdays and Sundays, usually I'm doing my other part-time job, which is like my dressing up as superheroes for kids' birthday parties thing. And yeah, and then like during the week it's kind of juggling multiple projects at once, including, those of you who are interested, my newest movie, which is releasing online, The General Racing, is something I've been working on for the past while, like literally like 4 years, and you can find the funding page for that. I'll put a link like right somewhere in here, or at least in the video information eventually, or go to facebook.com/thegeneralracing. But that's another thing that I'm working on, so I'm juggling that and like Paradigm Shift, and just trying to make sure that like things that need to get done are getting done, or kind of an idea. One of the perspectives of the way I sort of like look at things sometimes is the idea that like, not just me, but we're catching up with our future selves, if that makes sense, sort of thing. So I always think of this idea, especially when it comes to the Paradigm Shift stuff, of just like, I need to get stuff done in order so I can do other stuff, other projects, other media things. So in this case, it's interesting because like I want to get Journey to Lucidity done, and that means that like I have to like still stay up to date with Paradigm Shift Radio to get that done, and still being able to do the other stuff. So I plan to, I've been saying this for a while, but I plan to share like a preview of Journey to Lucidity 2 with you. I got about the first 30 minutes. Shelby, you're awesome. Woohoo! Yeah, get that ball. Alright, go Shelby! So, even just walking around as I do this, but giving you some different angles. And also, like, another thing I want to be able to use this for is, dream log videos, video dream log videos. If I can just, like, have my camera right next to my bed and just be like, boom, and just like grab this. And it even has this whole thing where I can talk into it and it'll translate my text, but I may just film videos. It may just make more sense for me to do that. And then I can upload stuff on here without having to take away occupation from my other computer, which is commonly being used for editing or just like any of the admin type stuff for the paradigm shift communities, etc., etc. So, but yeah, I think this is pretty cool. This is something that I had mentioned it to my parents. It's just because like my sister and my mom have one. My dad got them for them, and now he was just like, you know, it would make sense for you to get one. And I've put some pretty cool stuff on it. I've been looking for some apps to put on here related to like fractal visualizations, cool visualizations, things related to like other lucid dreaming apps. Geometry Wars on here I got, which is pretty sick. That's like one of the only things I was like really looking forward to, at least. And then other cool games and everything. And yeah, and the whole video camera, and like, oh, and I'll also be able to operate my Instagram now. Shout out to Mario. He's been operating my Instagram for like a couple of years now, probably, with like promoting the Paradigm Shift radio shows, and now I'll be able to manage that, because you can't manage Instagram from anything other than a smartphone unless you have some weird hack, but it couldn't work for my computer for some reason. But anyways, that's where things are at. So again, this is like a test to see what this audio will sound like. I don't know, what does this audio sound like? You tell me. Woo! And again, just to show you Shelby, and like getting a little shifty in the topic wise. Can you guys still hear me? Like, how's this? I don't know what a good way to hold this is. It's weird, I'm just like chasing him around with something I can't even see. But anyways, so, you know, like, what's it like to be Shelby? What's it like to be a dog right now? Like, Shelby, I've always been interested in that. Like, what perception do animals have of death? Do they even know of death? And if they don't think about it, and what's it like for them to be alive? And, you know, again, like Shelby, he's getting older, and that just makes me want to be able to appreciate him more and more, because it's just like one more day to share with him, but then also like one less day, which is like the sad thing about all things, the intangibility, or the just oh, there's a better word for it, but I forget. But just like, yeah, like the fact that everything will transform. Everything is transient, and our bodies transform, and our entire reality just transforms around alongside with us. But yeah, I just think it's awesome that we get to share our experience with other souls in dog's form. I like the idea that, like, you know, I've said this before, but humans are like dogs in dog form, and when you think about it, you know, we have the eyes, so imagine just like being in there. I'm sure you could sort of stretch your imagination, just imagine what it's like to be a dog in some degree. Isn't that right, Shelby? Yes. So Shelby's pretty awesome. And yeah, shout out to the internet from Shelby. Good boy, Shelby. Alright, so is there anything else I need to talk to you about? Oh, of course, like, if you want to be able to support my ongoing daily efforts of just like doing what I feel needs to be done in terms of paradigm shift, in terms of just like the projects, in terms of journey to lucidity and everything, then you can definitely support me. And one of the ways how I recommend that is just through like a couple dollar donations a month. I know I've talked about this before, but it really is what I've determined to be a super effective way in terms of just microtransactions. That way, like, everybody has a couple dollars a month, right? And if you've been following Paradigm Shift Radio for years or whatever, you've already gotten like 1 billion hours of content, and like good stuff and more good stuff to come. And I like to keep my stuff free, which is the whole point, because it's about getting the media out there, it's about getting the message out there, it's about getting the inspiration out there. It's about rubbing your face in the grass. And you guys can support through the paradigmshiftscentral.com/donate, and of course ordering buttons does help, and it just helps with the production of future buttons and all that. So it is really cool. It is really cool to be able to have made this, you know, it is like running a business. It is in that sense. And yeah, it's something that I want to be able to just like streamline and continue to invest time and energy towards creating, so that we can share it. Because I know, like, bless you, Shelby. Good boy, Shelps. So I'll end this video before it gets to 11:11, that's for sure. But yeah, like there have been a couple people just in the last 3 days who've been sending me messages and just being like, you know, like, we really appreciate what you do, and that does mean a lot to me, because it's this whole collective inspiration thing, you know. I inspire people, and then they get inspired, and then they inspire other people, and then that inspires me to keep wanting to inspire other people, because we know that it's going to work, and we know it's going to continue to work. And yeah, I look forward to the future. I really do, and I look forward to having Jim Carrey on Paradigm Shift Radio. I'm putting out that intention. I don't see why it couldn't happen. He's a pretty awesome guy, and yeah, like, check out the link that I posted on my page today about him doing his commencement speech. But he's quite conscious, and he's a fellow Canadian, and I think he would really appreciate what we got going on in this community. So, Mr. Jim Carrey, if you're hearing these words, then please come join us and hang out and co-create an episode of Paradigm Shift Radio with us about the collective evolution of consciousness. So, it's about 10:20 on the clock. Like I said, I'll finish this before it gets to 11:11, or maybe I'll just finish it right on 11:11. Bonus points, yeah. So let me just make sure I can test out these angles of these cameras. See, I mean, it's pretty cool. Like, but I want to find out ways to rig this. I gotta get more like gear. I gotta upgrade my gear even more. This thing's awesome, but I'm like still trying to go even more awesome in terms of technology and stuff. So we'll see where we go. But we're going there together. And of course, shout out to everybody. You know who you are. Keep doing what you are here to do. That's all I have to tell you. And until next time, who knows what my next video will be, but on behalf of Shelby, on behalf of my other dog, Dallin, we shall see you guys in the future. One love.